Hi, I'm Kinkas, and I'm a human composer. How's that for a new tagline? Anyway, thank you for coming and welcome to today's video. It's the first bass video for this channel. And well, I've been doing little videos of me playing the bass, but this is the first actually produced video on a bass-related topic. You're gonna see a comparison of 4 different kinds of strings. Right, so half wounds, flat wounds, the ones that came on the bass. These are tape wounds, La Bella deep talking bass tape wounds, and these are DR high beams round wounds. And I have brand new round wound strings on my other 2 basses too. So when I put these on here, we're gonna have a bonus feature in this video, which is a comparison between my 3 fretless basses. We'll compare them when the round wounds are on all the basses. And our test subject today is going to be the beautiful Ibanez SRF700 4-string version. Probably should have gotten the 6-string one because I ended up getting a couple other fretlesses because I was missing the extra strings. If I'd gotten 6-string version of this one, I might have just kept single fretless because I really love this bass. Sounds great. Now, it came with flat wound strings, came with these, and we're gonna put them back on in a little bit. I didn't use them very much. I didn't love the sound. I thought it was kind of dead. I really like that mwah sound that you get out of a fretless, and I felt like these didn't give me enough of that. So I moved on to the Dario half round or half wound, which are these that are on here. They've been here on a little while, so they're a little old now. And I don't love how they aged. They still sound good on the higher notes. I still get a good amount of mwah. I like that they don't, you don't get that much like finger noise because they're nearly flat wound strings, right? But they're a little brighter than the normal flat wound strings. So anyway, let's listen, let's hear what the bass sounds like right now with the half wound strings. Even though they're a little old, you'll notice that the lower notes sound very thumpy, almost like a Hofner bass, like a hollow body bass with flat wounds on it. And then on the top notes, it does sound more like round wound strings on the fretless, more like that moi, like Pino Palladino, Jacko style kind of a sound. So without further ado, let's just hear what this is sounding like. So this bass has piezo pickups as well as 2 Bartolinis. My favorite setting is with this one off, the bridge pickup off, and just the neck pickup and the piezos on. So that's what we have going on here. This one's all the way down. Let's just make sure that the EQ is flat, right? More or less. All right, so listen to this. Sounds very nice over here, right? In the higher register. But then when you come to the lower notes, you get kind of a thumpy, kind of an acoustic, almost like an acoustic bass guitar vibe. It's kind of opaque and boxy sounding a little bit. Right? Okay, so these are the half rounds, but yeah, I definitely feel like they were more muay when they were newer, down in the low register, although I still think they sound nice up high. These strings have the advantage of not being so corrosive on the fingerboard, not unlike actual Flatwounds. And it's very smooth feeling, doesn't give you a lot of like sliding noise that you get on round wounds, right? So let me go ahead and restring this guy. I'm gonna have to do this a few times today. So let's tune this baby. It's got Flatwounds on now. These are the Dario Flatwounds it came with. It's actually super easy to put these on because it held the shape from the winding from when they were on here. So I just kind of like put it on there and tightened. So yeah, these didn't get too much use. And plus, people usually like their Flatwounds to be a little bit broken in or worn anyway. So I'm guessing it's not an issue that these aren't new. I did order new Flatwound strings for this test, and they came and then disappeared. I have no idea where they are. I looked, searched high and low, so sorry I'm not using a new set. I'm using a used set. I know this is not a super clinical test, is it? Right, so let's hear how these strings sound compared to the half wounds. These are flat wounds. Wow, I'm really loving it actually. I'm finding they have an adequate amount of moi. I'm liking them more than the half ones. Definitely down here, I'm getting more sustained and growl. It's not sounding so much like a hollow body, like a Hofner, Den Electro, something like that. Maybe there's a reason they ship with these strings. Hold on, let me turn off the reverb a bit. I'm purposely not changing the pickup configuration because this is not a demo of the bass. The only thing that's changing are the strings on the bass. Love it. Oh, I might pop these back in at the end of this test and leave them on. I don't know. I think I was just searching for something, and oftentimes when you go and search for something all over the world, you end up finding it when you come back home, and maybe that's what happened here. So, okay, let's go back to time lapse, change these strings up again. Next up are the tape wounds. Okay, so these are the tape wound strings, and they're black. See that? Doesn't that look nice? And right away I felt like there's way less tension with these strings. I think they're nylon cores, so they're even buzzing a bit, see? So if I were to choose these strings, I might need to adjust my truss rod to be a little bit more bent, right? Because the strings are not applying that much tension to it. Also, they're super bright. Hear that like the piezo kind of sound. And even without the piezo, see? I turned the piezo down and I'm still getting that really percussive, high-pitched sound. So we're definitely gonna use the high cut feature on this bass. Also, it doesn't hold tune as well because the strings are new, and nylon strings do take a little longer to settle than steel strings. If you have a nylon string guitar, you probably know that. So let's make sure we're in tune again. I'm periodically pulling on them to accelerate the process of the strings settling. But I think we can do a short demonstration of how these strings sound, similar to what we've done. There we go. Sounds beautiful, I'm loving it. Super easy to play too, and just like with the Flatwounds, there's nearly no finger scraping sound, right? Yeah, super smooth. And the low tension makes them very easy to play. I almost have to apply no pressure at all. good amount of sustain. Wow, these are excellent. See, down here is where you really feel it starts to buzz. See? Definitely need to set up the bass for these strings a little bit more bow, since the strings themselves are not pulling on it enough. We're giving it enough tension. But I'm loving how they sound. I kind of want to leave these on here now, but we still got to try the round wounds. So yeah, let's get this over with. All right, so final test, the round wounds. I just put in this brand new set of DR high beams, medium gauge, I guess, 45s. And I put this all flat again, like in the beginning. And let's hear it. I'm finding the buzz with these to be too much, like harsh. Hear that? Didn't get these with any of the other string sets, which is the round wound scrape sound. I think we can mitigate both problems by rolling down the highs a bit. Ah, that sounds way better. Also with these, I'm feeling this bass is a little bit more bow on the neck. But it's too much. Less than with the tape wounds. See, I still get this note. So it was dead on the other set. Yeah, it's very metallic buzz. Yeah, I think if I raise the action on this bass a little bit, these strings will sound way better than they're sounding now. But I'm actually pretty sure they're not the right set for this bass. I'm pretty sure I liked every single other option more than this. Possibly with the exception of the half wounds. because those are worn down and are kind of thumpy on the low end. And this still gives you sustain and growl. See, I don't like the way the vibrato sounds, it's so metallic. Changes the buzz too much. Yeah, this one buzzes more than it moahs. Yeah, with some setup, some EQ, it works great. I mean, people have been using round wounds on fretless since Jacko, I think, maybe even before, I don't know. But yeah, I think for this bass in particular, it's a very unique bass, the Portamento, the Ibanez SRF700. It's got that piezo, it's got the extended fingerboard, so the pickup positions are a little farther back. It's just a different bass than a jazz bass. So I don't think that what works for a jazz necessarily applies for this one. And yeah, honestly, the best feeling strings so far, in my opinion, were the tape wounds. So I'm probably going to go right back to putting the tape wounds on and adjust the neck accordingly and just leave them on for a while and see how that works for me. And I'll save the other strings for other basses, maybe. You know, maybe I'll put the flats on my P bass and these round wounds maybe on my GNL L2000. So they won't go to waste. And so now we're going to do the little bonus feature, which is, now that you've heard this bass with round wounds on it, let's listen to my other two fretless basses, also with fresh, brand new sets of round wounds on them, just for fun, just to compare the sounds of the basses. Okay, so let's grab the Yamaha. I just got this last month. Got it on Facebook Marketplace, used here, Mexico City. And it was a good price. It's from the 80s. It's the RBX5F. It had some damage to the fingerboard. This is a rosewood fingerboard, and it's got markings, which for me is really helpful. My other basses have just side markings. Like the SRF has lines, but they're up on top here, so they don't cross the entire fingerboard. Still, that's really useful. But my Warwick, you will see, has only dots up here, and not even a dot on every fret, like the normal dots. So that one is, granted, I only got it this weekend. I've had it for 3 days. I'll probably get used to it. But I'm more comfortable with this one because the lines definitely help me a lot navigate through the fretless fingerboard. And so I had some work done on this. I had the fingerboard straightened. They sanded it and did a little bit of electronics cleanup, changed one of the pots. So it's pretty much brand new now. Sounds best, in my opinion, just the P pickup, although I've recently been experimenting with some sounds using the bridge, and they're nice too. But let's just use it with the P pickup, the neck pickup. And yeah, I really like how this bass sounds. It's very sweet. Sounds nice, right? I really love this bass. This is quite a find, quite a sleeper. I didn't really expect to love it as much as I do. In fact, when I got the Warwick, I thought I would sell this one because the Warwick has a 6-string, so it has, and by the way, this is a 5-string, but I think of it more of a solo instrument. I prefer to have the high C. And the low B. I'm fine with just having the low E. Anyway, I thought I would sell this when I got the Warwick, but no, the Warwick is wonderful and sounds great and I love it. But it doesn't sound like this bass. Or the SRF. I mean, they're all very different sounding basses, as you will see. All right, so let's go to the Warwick now. Beautiful, right? It's like a piano. Super basic. Piano black, silver hardware. Unlined fretless ebony fingerboard. It's the rock bass Warwick. And it looks great. It's kind of like a metal looking bass. I'm not much of a metal player, but I think it's beautiful anyway. It doesn't really matter that it looks so metal. I'll use it for jazz and funky stuff. So let's make sure it's in tune first. Here we go. And here it is. So let's hear this. The way I'm liking this one is with the, well actually, this bass is the most versatile in my opinion because I actually like all of the pickup positions. Both together, just the bridge, just the neck. But I think for right now we're gonna use just the bridge pickup with a little bit of bass boost, a little bit of high cut. This one has that metallic buzz that we were getting out of the Ibanez, but I like it. On this bass, I like it. It's a particular sound. Again, very different from like a Jackal style jazz bass, kind of a fretless sound. But very beautiful in its own right. And this is the only one with a B. And it is nice. Yeah, I actually got this because I got the Yamaha, and as much as I was enjoying that high C, I did feel like it'd be nice to have a low B as well, so I went and found this one. This is new old stock from 2018. It was probably sitting in some store somewhere where nobody would venture into 6-string fretless territory, so it just sat there and eventually got sold to some guys that try to move like stuck gear for cheaper, and I got lucky to find it for about 800 bucks, which is way less than this was worth new, and it's brand new, even though it's from 2018. So it's 6-year-old new old stock, and I'm loving it. This ebony fingerboard is wonderful. Let's try this one. Like I said, I like all the pickup positions on it, so we might as well try it a little bit with the back pickup as well, the bridge. Yeah, let's roll down the highs a little bit. mean about the lines. I definitely play a little more out of tune on this bass still. Of course, it's new, you know. So this is my widest range, from low B to a super high C over here. Although I think with the extended fingerboard, the sound gear also goes pretty high, but it doesn't have the low B. And the Yamaha stops at fret 22. It doesn't have 24 frets, so it doesn't go as high as this either. But high enough for a bass. Alright, so this was my first bass-centric, kind of more produced video for this channel. I normally do more synthesizer-based material, which I will continue doing. In fact, there's some videos, synthesizer stuff in pipeline that you should be seeing roll out periodically now that I'm done with my marathon composition gig. So sorry I haven't uploaded much in the last 4 months, and that's the reason. I was composing 240 songs for a client. 240 30-second songs in 4 months. It was a crazy marathon, but I did it, so now I'm back to producing content. And I'm trying to branch out a little bit. I'm super into my bass playing again, which is my main instrument for my whole life. So synthesizers are awesome, but I love bass too. And I will be making more bass-related content from here on in, as well as more just music production and composition, broadly speaking. So that's it. Thank you very much. If you made it this far into the video, you might as well hit like and subscribe, and stay tuned for future installments and future videos about music production, bass guitar, upright bass, fretless bass, bass effects, synthesizers, modular synthesizers, semi-modular synthesizers, and so on and so forth. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. See you soon, and stay noisy.